Hey y'all, meteorologist Sydney Goldberg here from the First Alert Desk, and it's still feeling like winter. It was another cold morning start. Many places actually got into the upper 20s. We were more expecting some low 30s, but with the clear skies, you can lose a lot of that daytime heat, and we didn't get much of it yesterday. It was quite cold throughout the day. So we started off below freezing once again in many areas, 25 up in Macomb, all the way close to the coast, below freezing, 30 degrees. We started off in Patterson, New Iberia, 32 right at freezing in New Orleans, and typically they're on the warmer side because when we get those northerly winds and they flow over Lake Pontchartrain, it keeps New Orleans a bit heated. But now the sun is out. We still have some high level cloud cover out there. This is our Sky9 camera overlooking downtown. The thing is, we are going to get more cloud cover building in throughout the day and into the evening, but we are warming up nicely. Still cool outside, so you'll still want the jacket really mainly through the afternoon as well. 54 degrees here at the Baton Rouge Metro Airport, a bit warmer down to the south along the coast, 57 both in Houma and Patterson, 55 in Bogalusa, 53 in Macomb and Hammond right now. So still quite chilly. Throughout the rest of the afternoon though, we're going to be warmer, much warmer than yesterday. Yesterday we only got into the low 50s in some places, upper 40s. Today up low 60s. So still cool, but much warmer than yesterday. Clouds will continue to build in through the afternoon, and especially by the evening, I think the skies will be pretty cloudy. So that's going to prevent temperatures from getting cold like we were this morning. Still cool, like we're still going to cool down into the 40s, but it's not going to be freezing like we have been these past 2 mornings. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in the futurecast here. We have cloud cover building in. We also have some shower chances beginning on Wednesday into Thursday ahead of our next cold front. But don't get too excited because this cold front is going to help cool things off, but briefly. We are going to be pretty warm by the end of the week and into the weekend and beyond that. So let's walk you through. Cloud cover out towards the west is going to continue to build in through the afternoon. So here's 6 p.m. We're dry, just becoming more cloudy once we get into the evening, and especially overnight. By Wednesday, we have a few showers from the west that are going to make their way towards us. But here's the thing, we still have dry air in place, especially near the surface. So a lot of this is going to be very, very light rain. So think of like drizzles, possibly not even making it to the ground. So watch how all that rain just starts to fizzle out as it gets closer to us. So here's lunchtime, maybe a few light showers, but a lot of it, again, not really going to touch the ground. Once we get into the afternoon, still cloudy, maybe you encounter some sprinkles, but really not going to be any kind of heavy rain is what we're talking about. This will continue into the evening and overnight, and by early Thursday morning, that's when we have the best chance of maybe seeing some showers, rumble of thunder or two. We'll see more sunshine through the afternoon on Thursday ahead of that cold front, so that'll sink its way down towards South Louisiana by the evening and overnight, so we may get another round of some showers and a few embedded thunderstorms with that as the cold front makes its way through. But it's going to knock out the moisture, so we'll get drier air in place and also a brief cool down for Friday. So here's the rain chances. We're dry today. By Thursday, we do have a better chance of rain. That's mainly kind of throughout the day. Early in the morning and then again in the evening with the passing of that cold front. Dry by Friday into Saturday, and then some isolated rain chances make a return by Sunday into Monday, and that's because the moisture also makes a return. But all in all, when we're talking about how much rain we're going to get through the next week, the Weather Prediction Center says on average less than 1/10 of an inch really for many places. Maybe 1/4 of an inch, but really less than that the further south you go along the coast. So really we're not talking about a whole lot of rain. If anything, it's just going to be sprinkles, and then with the cold front, maybe a brief moderate shower. But look at this. The humidity really tells the story. We're very dry today, still feeling that winter feel from the cold front that moved through the weekend, bringing us the really cold mornings that we've experienced these past couple of days. But you'll notice the rebound beginning by Wednesday, but it's still not a whole lot, right? By Thursday, it's actually going to feel quite muggy. So very spring-like on Thursday before we get that cold front through to shove all that moisture back out, and it's going to rebuild once again when we get into the weekend. So this is important when we talk about moisture building and temperatures warming up overnight. That means we could see fog developing overnight into early morning. So that's possible mainly Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That's when I just showed you in the muggy meter that Thursday is our most humid day. So we have all that moisture to work with. We could see some patchy dense fog in the morning on Thursday. So just giving you a heads up, if you're heading on the roads early Thursday morning, give yourself extra time, fog lights, extra room in between cars, right? Because this could be a possibility, but I don't think it'll be widespread dense fog. It'll just be in some areas that you could kind of encounter that fog. All right, here's the big story though. Yes, we have a cold front through, and yes, it's felt like winter, not only this morning and especially yesterday. Well, it's not going to feel like that much longer. Look at Thursday. Yes, that says 76 degrees, and yes, that is 13 degrees warmer than normal. So by Thursday, not only are we feeling humid, we're also feeling much warmer. So that's why I keep saying it's going to feel like spring. It's not going to feel like winter by the time we get to Thursday. That cold front, though, brings us back down into the low 60s, but that's only a couple degrees below normal for this time of year. And then look at this. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the 70s make a return, and yes, that says 78 degrees. So that's running close to 80 degrees as we get further and further along into the month of December and closer to the holidays. So by Sunday, that's 14 degrees below the normal average for each day. So each day, the temperatures, will fluctuate as we go throughout the months. And typically December, we trend cooler, right? So our departure is going to increase as our temperatures increase and our averages decrease. So yes, quite warm. In fact, the Climate Prediction Center puts out these probabilistic outlooks for temperatures, and while much of the US, of the country, is expected to see above normal temperatures through the next 8 to 14 days. So what does that mean? This is through December 23rd, through the end of the month, through December 29th. So it looks like we're going to get a warmer Christmas. So if you were hoping for a white Christmas, looking unlikely, especially down here in South Louisiana. So looking warm for the holidays. Today we're cool into the low 60s. You'll notice the heat up for sure by tomorrow on Wednesday, with high temperatures climbing into the upper 60s. Morning starts will also not be quite as chilly. We're going into the upper 40s by tomorrow morning, upper 50s by Thursday. That's the day that's going to be humid. Spring-like upper 70s, and possibly a few showers and a few embedded storms with that throughout the day on Thursday. Once we get that cold front through, we'll get the sunshine right back and a brief cool down. By brief, I mean really brief, because back to the low 60s by Friday. And into this weekend, feeling like spring, the 70s make a return. A few isolated showers possible by the weekend and into early next week. And it looks like we're going to keep these warm temperatures right on through the rest of the year. Jeff Moore will have more details on the timing of the rain chances and these warm temperatures all for you in less than an hour right here in WAFB's Noon Show.
Southern Air of Baton Rouge says no, 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 no interest, no money down, no payments for 12 months on HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services. Scan the QR code on your screen to learn more.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.